The problem. A lot of people are like, what problem? I'll talk about that in a second. I want to reach out really quickly to the people that are on the chat that are also ICs or inner circle members, and also just the people that are super chatters. I appreciate them. So, hey, James. Hey, Arthur, Randy, Beal, Jerome, Mary, Jody, John Tier, Peter, Jerome, Kai, Ola, Shauna, Sandy, Melody. Appreciate each and every one of you. I think you're going to love this video, all in this series. Sandy, if I didn't say your name, Mary, Lisa Marie, so awesome. So let's get started. Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's subject is the problem. The problem. Now, one of the things I first want to share with each and every one of you is that there's this concept. I know that you probably heard of it. If you didn't, I remember when I first heard this. Does a fish know that it's in water? Does a fish know that it's in water? So if you were born in water and your whole life you lived in water, you really don't have a concept of water. And, one of the things that's really funny is I also heard this concept, the people that have a bad body odor, really bad body odor, they don't know that they have body odor. And guess what? The next step, people that are ignorant means that they don't know that they don't know. They don't know they're ignorant. See what I mean? So I know that each and every one of you will understand where the problem comes from, because the problem is we grew up in a 200-year-old education system. So it's not your fault. But listen closely. Our great parent, great, go many greats as you want. They didn't get an owner's manual. They just did what they were shown to do. And it got passed on from generation to generation to a generation. And we just don't know that we don't know. But there's something that weird that happens, in our life, is as we go through life and we get involved in certain things, have any one of you ever felt embarrassed, humiliated, bullied? See, a lot of people believe that this only happens to them because we don't talk about it. Why would you talk about the time that you were rejected? Why would you talk about the time that you failed a test? Why would you talk about having someone bully you? Why would you talk about someone cheating on you or betraying you, a friend or a boyfriend, girlfriend? Why would we talk about these awful things that happen to us as we grow up through our lives? See, no one wants to talk about failure. And on top of failure, which are really lessons, you learn to reframe, change the paradigm. And I didn't even know what entrepreneur was, changing personal development, changing perception or a paradigm. See, I was unaware. And we grow up around a lot of people that are unaware. We become who we hang around. So the things that I learned to make myself happy and focus on the art of fulfillment by giving to others. And the more I give, the more I get. And helping other people get past their paradigms, their blockage, their bad thinking, their stinking thinking. And so all of a sudden, if you realize that the people that we grew up with didn't get an owner's manual, your parents didn't get an owner's manual, your aunts and uncles, your school teachers, your clergy, whoever you hung around, your authorities, No one's got an owner's manual. And here's what's really hilarious. It's nobody wants to admit that they don't have a freaking clue. They don't have a freaking clue on how to change their happiness, how to change their fulfillment, how to what is the word fulfilled? They're looking for love. They're looking for connection. They're looking for significance. They're looking for stability, security. They're looking for excitement. And we just all do the best that we can do. And so, have any one of you ever noticed that all of a sudden, to try to get uniqueness, to try to feel like, like, where we grow up in a competitive world, that all of a sudden you'll find out that there's this age that people are where they know everything. Oh my God. They know everything. They're a right fighter. They know everything. You can ask them about anything and they know it. They know everything. So all of a sudden, when you share something with them that is different than the stuff that they say they know, they reject it. They reject it immediately. Why would someone do that? Well, they would do that not to get humiliated, embarrassed. See, we're not taught not only not to ask for help, but we also were taught to go, wow, I didn't know that. Wow, that's interesting. Man, that concept never happened to me. I didn't think of those things. So when you watch movies like anything that deals with the hero's journey, right? We always get around these people that got mentors, right? And Yoda will say, listen, the guy, Luke's like, listen, I'm trying. I'm working hard. I'm doing everything you tell me to do, and it's not working. And Yoda, the mentor, says, you don't try, you do. And for that reason, you fail. And it's like, listen, that is some bullshit stuff right there. So we go through life, and it was so funny. This guy from Pakistan, Zafar, reached out to me, and he's asking me, how to become successful and how to do this. And it was amazing that he said a statement. I was going to find it here quick, but he said that okay, people have been betrayed so badly, they've lost their faith and trust. Kindness and care is seen with suspicious eyes, but at the end, truth prevails. My mentor told me that time will either promote you or expose you. So there's a lot of people in the world that every day, all day, they're just doing the best with what they have. And it's amazing to me how people will grab on to thoughts and beliefs and ideas, opinions, and they never, ever, 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 ever will take the time to go, is my thoughts about this or my beliefs about this or my feelings about this, are they actually true? Are they actually true? So when I meet my mentor and he goes, Robert, I'm telling you, the people that you learned from did not understand leverage. They didn't understand residual. If they understood residual and leverage, they wouldn't be a teacher, because they could get money out of the way and they could start their own school. They could get money out of their way and they could teach exactly what they want to teach instead of what the system says they're supposed to teach. So you got people that have, PhD, doctorate degrees, and master's degrees in finance and business and relationship, teaching us stuff that they didn't apply. How can you teach success in school? So what people do is they hang around not realizing that they've been betrayed, they've been hurt. They know people that have been betrayed and hurt. And we all keep these feelings to ourselves, and we believe that we're the only one that's being taken advantage of. Why me? The victim, right? The victim, the blamer. It's because of the government, it's because of the economy, it's because of my parents, or in my case, lack of parents, right? It's because of my siblings, it's because of my school. It's always someone's problem. It's always someone's, they did this to me. And that's where that learned hopelessness comes from. So when people grow up and they're hanging around everyone like them, that's just barely getting by, doesn't have enough money, got to have roommates. The bosses or the jobs that they're working for don't pay them enough money. The government won't take care of them. The system won't take care of them. Everyone's out to get them. And you got to listen to me when I tell you this, because I understand exactly how you feel. Because this egomaniac, EGO, edging God out, this know-it-all. See, I went out there and applied myself by learning from people that knew what they were doing. But it just got me higher paid and moved me to areas that cost me more. So I moved from Montana. I get paid more in California working for a billionaire named Roger Penske, and I'm still learning all this stuff. But I got a gold, certificate saying I'm a master automotive technician. My ego couldn't fit through the door. Everyone I knew, I was making more money than them. So what? You find yourself being the smartest person in your group and the smartest person in your room. That is not the room you want to be in. So because I knew nothing but mechanics and I really focused in on my career, and I'm still don't know why I'm not making more money. I'm making more money. I'm just spending more. Everything costs more, right? And so all of a sudden I get hurt. And when I get hurt, I'm on workman's comp. I lose everything, my identity, my girlfriend, my sent my son, and back to live with his mom, and my first failed marriage. And it's like, listen, it's obvious that I don't know a frickin' thing. So you go from know it all to know everything, to know everyone to blame, to know why your life sucks. And you have a reason and justification for every reason that your life and your situation sucks. Hey, I could have started the cult on blaming others. It's not my fault. You know what I mean? I'm a slow learner. I'm dyslexic. I'm ADD. I have all these things. Woe is me. If you only knew how bad I had it. And what happened is I realized that the whole world was telling me the news. The whole world is, yeah, this is awful, and the government's awful, and this country is awful, and the rich people, the people that own businesses, they're the bad people. This capitalist system, they pay everyone peanuts, and this is bullshit, and why even try anymore? That's why there's quiet quitting. Why in the hell would I do anything? And I get in this mindset and it just keeps getting worse and getting worse and getting worse. 25, 26 years old. And then I came to the realization that everyone on the frickin' planet has been lying to me. This working hard, really, really hard, and trying to go up the corporate ladder to make money so you have nice cars and get to go on vacation and all of this stuff, it's a lie. It's a flat out freaking lie. This is bullshit. And I get to sit around people and drink and complain with the rest of them until someone said, "Hey, Robert, I met this guy. He's a few years older than us, and he makes 62 grand a month." And my first thought was bullshit. Bullshit. And he goes, "No, I seen it. It was attached to the stub. It was in an envelope, and he's looking for people that he can teach to make six figures." You know, I didn't believe it, but I didn't want to make a mistake. How many times has someone told me, "Check this out, check this out, check this out, check this out, check this out"? And I was no, 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 no. Why? Because I was a know-it-all. See, that can't happen. Oh, that doesn't happen. Oh, that's bullshit. Oh, that's a scam. Oh, they're just trying to take advantage of you. And it's like, it stops you from trying. See, people don't fail, they quit. People don't fail, they quit. They just quit betting on themselves, believing in themselves, looking at all their past mistakes or all the past trauma or all the past people betraying them, cheating on them, stealing from them. And all of a sudden we just get to a place in life where we're saying, screw it. Screw it. I'm done. Me, I got to a desperation place in my life where I was going, man, there's nothing to lose. I pray to God that every one of you do not wait and just stay in a place where you're just not willing to try anymore. See, when you become vulnerable and you become raw and you become, a unique individual, stopping pretending to do what everybody else is doing, your life changes. And I just remember asking for help and being open-minded. And I started listening to this guy. So I went there, and the first thing he tells me about is a book called The Greatest Miracle in the World. And he goes, "Robert," he said, "listen, don't get mad at me." He didn't realize how humbled I was, how much I was beginning to realize that my thinking and who I hung around was affecting everything in my life. And so he said, "Hey, listen, Robert, you got to change your stinking thinking. Do you realize that there's millions of people all over the world that don't live like this? They don't live in despair. Money's not a problem for them. They were mentored and coached by other people that did the same. That the definition of a budget is making more than you can spend. That you can work on your relationships, your connection with your creator, you can earn income. You can, this thing called personal development." And I was like, I've never heard of this stuff. And he goes, "Robert, man, if you can read this book and get back to me." Wow. When you find people that are living a life that you only dreamed that you could, and they share wisdom with you, it still comes down to that thing: when the student's ready, the teacher appears. And so, it's sad that a majority of the people look at me, realize that everything was gone for me, thinking about not being here anymore, just end my life. No one would give a shit. And then I meet a guy that parts to me some wisdom, just like Yoda did to Luke. You didn't have to use the force. You don't have to believe that it's possible. But I'm just looking for the people that want to get out of the problem. I want people to break the system. Because if you continue to do what you always do, you'll continue to get what you always got. And you do know people, young and old, uh, no matter what race, no matter what color, no matter what their sexual behavior is, it doesn't matter. There's people out there right now on social media, in affiliate companies, and marketing online that do not have your lifestyle. And they had to change all the paradigms that they believe. So I had this saying once I started learning this stuff, and then I get plugged into the science of getting rich. And I started seeing that there was a lot of things that I believed that were not so. And that's where I came up with that thing. If what you know that you know that you know isn't so, when would you like to know? And see, most people say right now. I want to know right now. No, you don't. You just want to be a right fighter. You want to go after the people that sacrifice. You want to go after the people that are willing to admit that they used to be know-it-alls. You want to go after people that as soon as they want to break away, like Jonathan Livingston Seagull, as soon as they want to break away and go, listen, I'm not like all you average people, you ordinary people. This is bullshit. If that guy's got a nice car, if that girl's got a nice home, if they can do it, why can't I? And they sort of get pissed off and realize that, wait a minute, maybe not getting an education and working for a company is the right thing for me. See, I remember like it was yesterday that my mentor would say some of these things to me. He goes, Robert, why do you need money? And I go, that's so stupid. That is so stupid. I need money to pay my bills, to feed my family, to pay my rent, to pay my car payment, insurance. I need money to survive. And he goes, so who told you that the way to earn money was a job? Listen, everybody that makes money has a job. No, they don't. No, they don't. He said the wealthiest people in the world don't have a job. They get a bunch of people that don't want to admit that the stuff they know is a lie, and they hire those people. See, I can't help everyone. I got haters on my social media every day. This guy, he's full of shit. But how can you say that if you know my lifestyle? I show my online banking. I share with people, the people that I've helped no longer work for anybody again. How can someone listen to a troll and a hater that have no lifestyle, that knows everything, and they would rather just crap on and shit on people that actually went, I figured out the problem. What's the problem? Me. All the bosses that didn't pay me enough money, all the bosses that fired me, all the boys and girlfriends that I went through that said they didn't want anything more to do with me, why I lose friendships. Wow. I tried a number of these companies. I've tried companies and they ripped me off and they took advantage of me. And I've tried many of these things. You know what all those things have in common, my friend? You. And that's when I realized, wow, what if I'm wrong about this thought? What if I'm wrong about this thought? What if I'm wrong about this? And boy, going against the stream and going against the norm and believing and having faith that if other people did it, you can do it. See, there's a whole group of people out there. I'm so proud of Craig and Matthew, all of us working together, the visionaries. We just went over 500 500,000 views on our YouTube channel. Do you realize how many people out there in the world that goes, listen, don't buy one of these courses with this YouTube bullshit. This stuff is bullshit. And the one thing that every successful YouTuber has in common, or social media or affiliate marketer, we all have one thing in common. We found someone that already did it, that is documented in helping other people get results, not bullshit documentation. Patent documentation beats conversation. And what we did is we found somebody and we stopped listening to all the opinions of broke, unhappy people. See, we went from being a part of the problem to wanting to solve the problem for ourselves and others. So to do that, you got to listen to new thoughts. You got to listen to new people. You got to ask for help. You got to shape new paradigms. You got to reframe your mind. You got to switch your perceptions. See, everything that's got you where you are right now is in results of what you think and what you believe. And so why wouldn't other people that are listening to me right now, why wouldn't they say, this is bullshit? Because the 24, 25-year-old Bobby Hollis would have said the same shit. Same shit. So you got to just realize when you walk into a know-it-all, a right fighter, a troll, a hater, is that honest. I feel sorry for them because I used to be that person. I used to be the person that gained their personal happiness based on shitting on somebody else, stealing their dream, telling them that they're full of garbage, that they're being taken advantage of, that they're being betrayed, that they're being cheated. And if you don't believe that this is a big part of our culture, listen to this. What are all the court shows? Judge Judy, all the court shows, all of them. Have you been mistreated? Have you been taken advantage of? Did someone steal your shit? Give us a call. And now, I don't know how many judge shows there are, but there's a freaking lot. Even Steve Harvey, has his judge show. Why? Because everyone is pissed off that everyone in the world is untrustworthy. Everyone in the world is going to take advantage of you. Everyone in the world is not going to be a person of their word. That everyone out there is lazy. Everyone's out there is blah, 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 blah. So we get to sit around and watch the most successful shows in reality. I was thinking about this. What was really the first reality TV show? If it wasn't Judge Judy, it was very, very, very close. So now this lady is worth hundreds of millions of dollars because she gets to sit and listen to other people's perceptions, their thoughts of what happened in that scenario. You ripped me off. No, I didn't. You ripped me off. And it's like we get to watch these shows because it's everyone being upset that someone made them feel bad, that someone said something behind their back, that someone's wrong. You lied about me. You spread a rumor about me. See, people don't want to admit that they've felt that way as well. See, but as soon as you tell everyone, you don't no longer have to be embarrassed. Once you tell everyone, hey, listen, I've tried a number of these things and I don't know why it just didn't work for me, but it seems to be working for some other people. So maybe I should find a mentor. Maybe I should find someone that's documented in helping somebody else. Maybe this time when the person tells me to read a book or go through something, I'm going to do it. See, I think a lot of times we're just not at the right place at the right time, but someone's using their manipulation sales skills, their fear of losing us. They're trying to get us excited and amped up. And then we jump in and we spend money and then we just don't follow the instructions. We don't plug in. We don't humble ourselves. We don't come up with the concept that if someone says this is the way I made millions of dollars, we just don't throw caution to the wind and are coachable to do exactly what they say to do. No, we sprinkle in our little recipe. I'm sure I'm making these nice brownies for people. So what I'm going to do is just throw a bunch of garlic powder in. I heard from a video or whatever that garlic powder is good in brownie mix. And then everyone says, man, these things suck. And then you go, yeah, see, I listened exactly to what someone told me and it didn't work. No, you got to be honest and raw and vulnerable and go, I don't plug in. I'm not coachable. I'm a rebel. In fact, I do the exact opposite of what other people tell me to do. Why? Because I think I'm smarter than everyone. I think I'm more creative than everyone. I can come up with concepts and ideas that I'll share with others. So not only will I not get results, but they won't get results either. And since I don't know how to build a business to make full-time income for me and my spouse so we both can retire, I'm just going to be a life coach because I know it all. I've read the books. I've gone through the courses. I've paid for coaching myself. I haven't executed it and I haven't practiced it to master the mundane. So I'm just going to tell other people that I know it, and then I'm just going to sell that know-it-all stuff because I know a majority of people won't do what I say because I don't do what they say. So when you mentally start going, man, maybe I don't know everything. So every company that I've gone to, I've learned from other people. I've learned so much from Josh Wagel. I've learned so much from Jenna Zwagel. And I take the stuff that these two young people know. So I'm learning from someone that I'm 30 years older than, but he's worth more. He's made a bigger impact than I have. So just because he's young, and I've been working with him for 5 years. So what was he, 26 when I started? And so, you know, it's amazing how many people I run into every single day that they already know how to do this business. And I go, well, how many people have you helped get to a full-time income? None. Then you don't understand my business. You have no freaking clue what I do if you haven't done anything like I have. See, these are like armchair quarterbacks. Oh my God, if I was only the quarterback, I wouldn't have thrown that interception, or I would have won this play. Or when the quarterback throws an interception, you go, I wouldn't have done that. See, when you start really listening to people and they share with you that they already know it all, it's like they're just not ready. That's why this is a sorting game, not a selling game. So if you run into people that recognize that the reason that they have a problem is because they don't know what they would like to know. See, once you step into that level of awareness, every day you realize how much you don't know. It compounds the other way. It's like the more I learn, the more aware I become, the more I realize that I don't know. The more I humble myself, the more I put myself in rooms where I'm not the smartest person. And you start going, holy crap. I didn't know that. I didn't know. Oh my God, that makes sense. Can you imagine actually being in a place of being so humble and so coachable that every day you're learning new stuff that make you go, oh my God. And then you apply that and you execute that and you see results from it. And then you learn from other people and you do that. So, just the example of our YouTube channel going from nothing, making no money from it, to now having 6,400 subscribers and over 500,000 views. Craig and Matt and I are learning every day. I change the way I do content based on other people I learn from. We're constantly watching videos on people that have 5 and 15 million subscribers. So when you see the haters and the trolls come out, don't get upset at them. Have compassion for them. Have compassion for them. I purposely feel sorry for them. And I pray that someone mentally, spiritually slap them and they go, oh my God, just like I did. Or do you, everything, I started questioning everything. Where did this information come from? Do I know it to be true? Is it something that I should be focused on? See, that was a big change for me. I'm a control freak. I want to control everything. When you finally give up on the things that you can't control, oh my God. You want to talk about a stress-free life? Holy cow. I can't control that. I can't control that. Why am I getting upset about that? Why am I spending all my time trying to seek justice for something I have no control over? There's 150,000 people that die a day. Why does the public and the world talk about some people that matter and not others? Because they want to get you divided and they want to get you riled up and keep you focused on something other than becoming happy, fulfilled, and helping others. When someone told me, Robert, don't set your financial vision of what you want to achieve on what you earn. Focus on what you're going to give. Make a commitment and intent that you're going to give X amount of money to all these charities and these children that need help. And focus on helping people. The more you give, the more you get. Whoa. I never thought about, wouldn't it be cool to give 100,000 to this charity, $1 million to this charity? I never thought about that. And then all of a sudden, that's where joy comes from, and that's where happiness comes from. My wife and I were talking right before I got on this video, and it really truly becomes aware is the second it's not about you. See, I was telling her a story that I seen with Gary Vaynerchuk, right? And he was saying, we've all been bullied. We've all came up to some thoughts in our mind. All those thoughts and thoughts and thoughts that come in our mind where people do things and we believe that they did it purposely to hurt us. There's no other reason for them to do that. They just didn't send me a birthday message, or they didn't like on my post and I liked on their post. And it's like we create all this ugliness and hatred and negative energy in our life, and that becomes a habit. And so we just keep doing that. So what's the opposite of that? Then you hear from successful people and they went, I learned to focus on gratitude. I learned to focus on appreciation. And Gary Vee was talking, I can remember when awareness hit me. He said this bully, was bullying people and everyone was mad at him and everybody wanted him kicked out of school and expelled. And he bullied me. And the first time that I had a thought that, man, for him to treat people like that, I wonder what's going on in this guy's life. I can't imagine all the awful things that have happened to this person. And then he went, wow, hurt people hurt people. That's it. Hurt people attempt and hurt other people. They just think that everybody does that. So a cynic is someone that finds negative with everything. They find a problem with every solution. And so they believe that everyone is negative and everyone does bad things. So then that's okay for them to do bad things. Ah? And it's like, if the whole world does this and all corporations do this and all governments do this, then I'll just fit right in and do bad things to people. It's just the deal. The fish in the water. They have no idea that there's a whole different world out there where a lot of people play a totally different game. And so when you start looking at people that might have hurt you, betrayed you, stole from you, cheated you, ripped you off. See, we keep all this stuff tight. We don't share these stories with anybody. Because if we shared these stories with everybody, it would humiliate us, it would embarrass us. We're already good at being a bully because we beat the shit out of ourselves all day, every day. So if every day, all day, you're constantly beating the shit out of yourself, you're never good enough, you're never enough, you're not worth it, you're a pretty evil person, really. You don't think about people or wanting to help people, you don't give to charity. It's like, wow, now I got this light over here. Da da da. There's another way. Nah, bullshit. So when so what if there is a better way? What if there's another way of doing this? Because I don't know if you look around, but the world and media are constantly telling us all the negative stuff that's going on, the wars and the protests and people fighting against each other and states fighting against each other. It's always pick one side or the other. And then in the midst of that, what are the other shows that people love watching? Winners. See, there is the what do they got? They always call it, maybe the young people here won't get it, but or maybe they do, but you got the angel sitting on one shoulder and the devil sitting on the other shoulder. And then people watch sports. Why? We love underdogs. We love winner stories. Ah, all of a sudden we watch these shows where people have nice cars. Why do people watch the Kardashians? Why do people watch these shows, $1 million listings? Because still there's a part of us in there somewhere that goes, if only. If only I had different parents. If only I was raised different. If only I was able to go through the world of advantage. If only I was giving a silver spoon, I wonder what my life would be like. That's why all the young people want, a TikTok channel, an Instagram channel. It's like, look at what these people are living like. See, there is that part of you in there. There might be different ways to achieve it if only you believe there were. What if all happy people are really happy? What if all fulfilled people are really fulfilled? What if there are people out there that are not evil? What if there's people out there that really, really like Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. What if there's some really, really good people out there that don't live in despair? They have ample money, they give to charity, and they're just doing their best to try to find others that no longer feel like they know everything. What if? So I pray that you don't get humbled like I did, hiding your car from the repo man, a used car with 3 months behind from the pawn shop, electricity shut off, having to take my son as a single father to go back and live with his mother, um, telling my girlfriend she needs to move back to Montana. We lived in California because I didn't feel worthy, getting an eviction notice. I just pray that you don't get humbled that freaking bad before you have this aha moment that maybe my living situation, maybe my connection with people, maybe my lack of money in my bank account, maybe this is all because of me. What if there's a better way, but I'd rather just be a right fighter and know it all? And instead of attempting something extraordinary, I just try to shit on everyone's dream. Maybe I should stop being a dream stiller. maybe the encouragement that I'm looking for, and the love and the connection and the significance, maybe the stuff that I'm looking for. What if it's right? What if these people are right? What if I start giving to others what I want for myself? What if that was really true? What if what I want for you, I want for myself? See, I know time goes by anyway. So you can look 3 years back, 5 years back, 10 years back. Time just keeps clicking, clicking, clicking into the future. So 3 years from now, your life is going to be the same, if not worse, or it could be better. See, I this is what I thought. I'm just going to go all in. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to be coachable. I'm going to do exactly what this guy tells me. I'm not going to add anything to it. I'm just going to do what he tells me. I'm just going to go through the numbers, sort, find other people that are dreamers, that want out of the shitty problem and get involved in the solution. I'm going to start looking for people that are solution finders, dreamers, people that are coachable. They might be hard to find, but then I realized a trick. My mentor taught me. Do you know what every miserable, lonely, broke, negative person has in common? They know crazy people like me. So you got to work through all the below average and ordinary people and ask them, hey, who's the crazy person that's always a storyteller? They're always optimistic. They're always dreamers. They're always believing that there is a better way for them and their family. Yeah, can you introduce me to those people? Because see, that's how Apple was created. That's how every major corporation in the world was created. Not by the negative people that thought everything sucked. It was by the people that didn't have anything and didn't want to live like that anymore. So I love and appreciate you. If no one's giving you permission to be fulfilled and successful, let me give that to you. My mentors gave it to me. And do me a huge favor and share this video with other people. I know we had a number of people I got in the pocket there that Kelly Davis, thank you so much. I love and appreciate you. Bill Shoemaker, these are super chatters. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much. And we'll see you soon. Bye for now. And yeah, I love and appreciate you. I believe in you.